what I'm trying to do here is to bring order out of chaos. There are a bunch of pieces of colored paper here. I'm trying to organize them and trying to create some kind of unity that it all feels together. The opposite of unity is chaos, and that's about the way this seems now. We can create a sense of unity a little bit if we kind of bring these together a little. If we overlap them and bring them closer together, even pieces that are closer together, they'll begin to feel more unified if we kind of cluster them. So by bringing them closer together, I can make them feel unified. If I take out a few of these colors, like take out some of these green ones, maybe leave one for accent after a while, and have all the colors more related to each other, that establishes a greater sense of unity. They're all kind of warm against that cool background, and that establishes a better sense of unity. I can also line up edges. I can take the edges of these things and line them up so that they continue from one edge to another, and can tie the pieces together like that, so that that edge goes all the way across, comes down and ties those. If I tie those edges together, that will give me another sense of unity, of establishing a sense of belonging, everything belonging together. Unity actually in a work of art, if I line things up like this a little bit, unity in a work of art means that everything seems to belong, everything seems to work together. And then if I put this green piece in here as a focal area, see, I can get all these pieces together. I've left out a few of those green ones. I've unified it by using similar warm colors with a cool accent, lining up edges, clustering things together. All of those are ways that artists can use to unify a painting. If we look at a couple of works of art that people have done just in recent years, we can see how unity has been established by these artists. Louise Nevelson, in her wood construction, has all kinds of pieces of wood. Look at the center part in here. It doesn't have any relation to these pieces at all, except that they're three-dimensional. But by painting them all white, that unifies this whole surface. There can be very many different kinds of things happening, but a single color will help unite them all. You can look at a painting by Georges Seurat. Now look at the unity that's established here. It's almost by technique, because all the figures are painted very much alike, with all their hard edges and their stylization. It helps unify the whole surface because the figures are all over the surface. Not only that, all this surface is made up of very small dots in a technique called pointillism. All those points of color help establish a sense of unity also throughout the surface. It's all a similar kind of texture. So by style and by texture and by brushstroke, we can also establish unity in the painting. Look at one of Van Gogh's drawings. The reason this is unified is because you can see all of those marks, little dots, little lines, helps establish a sense of unity. So does the feeling of going from forward back into the painting in perspective. That helps establish unity. And the same color is used in the ink throughout the work. So here we have marks, the kind of color, the feeling of space going back into the painting. That establishes unity. Edgar Degas, in his pastel, used all of the principles of design, practically all of them, in order to make one unified statement. He used balance, asymmetrical balance. If we divide this up, smaller here, bigger here on this side, more activity over here. He used movement. All of these things, parts move. The values move, the colors move. Look at the rhythm that he used. All the rhythms of the hands and the arms, the rhythms of the skirts down here, all of those help unify the surface. He used lots of contrast between dark and light, between big open spaces and very congested spaces, between warm and cool. Got all kinds of contrast happening. Some artists, like Edgar Degas, use almost every one of the principles of design in order to complete his work. Not all artists use all the principles, but some of them use almost every one, as Degas did in his work. And when he gets done, he has a very, very beautiful, fully organized, and very cohesive and unified work.